Hey, hi, this is Vishal, and today's topic is Honeypot. What is Honeypot? Honeypot is nothing but a decoy file, decoy host, or it's some deceptions. So we are deploying Honeypot on our organizations or a network. Okay, so what is the use of Honeypot? Attackers maybe try to attack on our organizations. At that time, attacker will find the honeypots. The honeypot is nothing but vulnerable ports, services, or system, or user, or files, or juicy files. Actually, this is a deception, not actual information. So this may for the attackers because of attackers who like to find some malicious or you know the intrusion activity on our organizations, and that is finding the juicy information on our organizations. Hackers will lose their information like IP address and what he is trying to do on our organization. That whole information Honeypot collecting and it's sent to us. Okay, it is kind of ITS system, so it's alerting us. So that time we people or we organizations can stop attackers or intrusion far further because we already triggered attackers. Okay, so we can alerts, we can protect, and we can deceive the attackers by showing them honeypots. We can protect our actual environment, right? That is a honeypot. So there are another techniques as well, but now I'm going to show you the tools which use for as a honeypot. So honeybot is a tool which you can download from here. I'm not sure that honeybot tool is secure. Take your risk and download it and use. So I already downloaded a honeypot in my system, and I'm going to use this here, Honeypot. So before start Honeypot, let's find out my IP address. My Windows IP address, it's a 192.168.3.237. So let's open my Kali system and paste here that IP address. It's a pinging. Alright. Now what if I do a mapping? Okay, my sign is triggered for because of in mapping. It's okay. I'm just ignore it. So in mapping showing me there are port number 135, 139, 445, and 2179. So many ports are open here because of this is genuine services started in my Windows system. But if what I start Honeypot in my Windows system, let's start it. Let's configure first alerts and something like that. Okay, and start. Start. Okay. Now you can hear background noise as well, but it's an alerts noise. Okay, it's alerts. So basically this is a sent by a router, or is it's just generated normal generated alerts. But what if I scan my IP address again from Kali? Look, it's showing me a lot of ports open on that IP address now because of Honeypot started, and you can see here number of ports numbers. Okay, in that I'm going to use FTP for let's do FTP on an IP. It asks me username. Let's type here Vishal. The password is 112233. Done. It's a fail. All right. So what if I open my honeypots? Honeypots is showing me number of alerts. So I'm just stopping this to stop noise. Let's see. Port number 21 is triggered by hacker. If I double click and see here, okay, it happened. FTP connections trigger something else, someone else, and the source of IP address is 192.168.3.240. Right, let's find out my IP address, my target system IP address of Kali. IP at, okay, ifconfig. It's 192.168.3.2.240, correct. So it's the correct IP address of source, and the source port was this, and the server port was 21. Alright. What happened there? They tried to use Vishal as a user and the password 112233, correct. So whatever they tried over there on my fake port number, that all information is stored here on Honeypot dashboards. So I can track the IP address, who is tried that attacks, as well as what he tried. That whole information I can track from Honeypot. Simple. I'm just stop the Honeypot. Right. You can see. And what if I type again in map? Nothing. Alright, it's okay. Now let's see another tool. The tool name is KFSenser. What is a KFSenser? Honeypot discuss itself is an actual server to give the false, you know, idea to the attackers and the divert their attacks. Therefore, a honeypot should be set up just like the real server, so that data can appear to be authentic by the showing a fake file or port or directories, etc. So, I'm just talking about the honeypot, right? But what is a KF sensor? KF sensor is a honeypot for the Windows system. It is also act as an IDS. IDS is an intrusion detection system. It detects the intrusion and send the alerts to us or MSP, like managed service provider. Its job is to attract the detects all the attackers in the network. Hence, the like a name of honeypot, it does so by the emitting the vulnerable environments, and it's creating the environment like it's a vulnerable, and attackers obviously attract toward the vulnerable environment only, right? So they will attract toward us, and they will trigger that vulnerabilities, whatever the fake vulnerability over there, okay, and they get in a trap. Simple. So KF sensor is a graphical based console actually, right? Like this. I'm again telling you how to download the KF sensor. You can go ahead and search like KF sensor free download. Try this one, KFSenser MS iFile. It's a professional free trial version. Okay, and open. Okay, so next, click on next, next, and next. Install. It might be ask you, reboot your system, but let's leave. So please just click on the next. Enable the port number which you want to open. Right, if you click on like any of that port will not start as a honeypot. But I just want to enable all that ports number. Click next. Now this one here you can send the alerts to your email. Right. So let me type here like Vishal dot Waghmare @ Vinka. Yeah, you can type here Vinka Vishal @gmail.com. Send to, and the from Vishal Vinka Vishal @gmail.com. It asks you for email configuration as well, but it's okay. Finish now. Fine. Now what happened? Again, I'm just open a Kali system and do the email. Look, here they open number of ports, right? Number of ports. So when I try to do mapping, here they trigger here. The activity happen here. Recent activities was now. If I double click that recent activity, it's showing me what happened there. Okay, the KF sensor and the information severity level is medium. The IP address, the visitor IP address is 192.3.240, which one is my Kali IP address, and everything is here. I know. So details is this, the signature or data and all everything is there. So in mapping happen over there on the Kali system and it's showing me and the Linux system is try to do something on telnet. The Linux system was try to do on the 22 ports as well. So everything is showing you here properly. Even if you done the mapping through Nessus, and Nessus will find out the vulnerabilities. Okay, a lot of vulnerability. Let's do here like map as yeah hyphen a hyphen script vuln. Okay, let complete the vulnerability scanning and you can see the number of vulnerabilities available on our Windows system because of KFSenser. So here you can see that in SS also showing me different vulnerability because of KFSenser showing me KFSenser showing me correct. So that's all. Okay, so finally you got to answer the result that 80 port is open or thousands, 10,000 port is also open and it seems like vulnerability is something. Okay, so everything having showing vulnerabilities. Okay, look at these. There is vulnerabilities, no vulnerabilities, lot of vulnerabilities showing here. Lot of right. So I actually cannot hack that vulnerability because it's a fake decoy, not actual things. Okay, that's all. So this is a KF sensor honeybots. It is look like an IDS as well. It trigger whether somebody is trying to trigger or do the intrusions. We people, we MSP or we monitoring people can detect that alerts easily on the dashboard on the panel of KF sensor. Okay, this is a normal honeypot which use on a PC or host. Okay, so there are a number of honeypots on network, on Linux system, as a file. So many things is there. You can also use a honeypots on mobile. Okay, so there are different number of things.